Okay, so you should have your whiteboards out right now. Some teachers have like clear plastic folders that they can stick white paper in, which is fine. They might be able to even stick this in there as well, all right? But to start off with, I just kind of want to let you know about some rules of numbers, okay? So we're going to write out a series of numbers here, okay? What I'm going to do is roll this dice and come up with some numbers, and I'm going to place those numbers in order. I'm not going to write exactly on this. I want to write on my whiteboard, okay? Something that you're going to do, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll 1. That's a 6. So in this first place value, I'm just going to write a 6 down here. The next one's going to be a 8. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to write down an 8 in the next place value. Next one, it's another 8. You're going to write down an 8 there. Good. So far, you're probably reading 886. Well, I am, okay? This one, I got a 5 and a 5 that makes a 10. So you know what? I'm going to put in a 5 here and a 5 here. 6 and a 4, that also makes a 10. 6s and 4s, we love those, and they go together like puzzle pieces. They're friends. So that makes a 10. So I'm going to put down a 4 and a 6. All right, and then finally, there's a 3 and a 5. So I'm going to put down 3 and a 5. Okay, so as you can tell, these are just completely random numbers that I just rolled the dice with, okay? So what we're going to do next is talk about how to put the commas in, all right? So I just wrote out a series of numbers just randomly. Now putting the commas in is super important. So as you see up here on our chart, I've got the commas in every 3 spaces. So I'm going to start here, and I'm just going to count this way by 3. 1, 2, 3. And then I put a comma right here, okay? Just like you see on the place value chart, there's a comma that's going right there, all right? And then I count 1, 2, 3, put another comma. And then finally I see 1, 2, 3. I don't have any numbers past this point, so there's no need for a comma there. Now I've broken my numbers up into periods, the ones period, the thousands period, and the millions period. So this comma right here stands for, it says that's the thousands. It starts the new period. This here is the millions comma, which starts the millions period. So a lot of kids get confused at this point. It's like, well, how do you say this large of a number, okay? So I'm just going to erase these because they're confusing me. So what I'm going to do is fill you in on a little bit how it's done. Okay, so if I just kind of block off the rest of this and I only start reading my numbers from left to right, if I just say these first numbers like I would any other number, I would just say 356, okay? However, it's not just 356, it's 356 million. I have to say million when I cross this comma. When there's 2 commas like this comma right here is million. So I say 356 million. Now, the next one, I would say those 3 numbers just as if it were by itself, okay? Just like that, 455. But it's not just 455. It's 455,000. We're in the thousands period. So far I've got 356,455,000. And then I just get to finish the rest of it off. I can just say 886. All right? So if you get in the habit of saying these things in this kind of order, using those simple kind of rules, reading numbers is going to be a lot easier for you. Okay? So in the next sequence here, what I'm going to do on the board, just like we did yesterday, is I'm going to throw up some random numbers. You're going to write them down on your whiteboard, and you're going to put the commas in its place and then practice saying them, okay? You're going to practice saying them out loud, all right? Teacher will call on you if you feel confident enough to say them, okay? So let's have some fun, and we'll get started with that.